Welcome to What's Up Poland with me, Monica Zielinski, our sometime co-host. Hello, Monica. Now, Monica, I've got a question for you. Do you like staring at strangers?
I do actually. Ever since I moved to Warsaw, I think it's really fun actually.
It's been a mild hobby of mine for some time. I'd say even decades. There's something about people watching that is very interesting. The
Oh
good, the
yeah,
bad, and the ugly. Let's be honest. Now, am I right in thinking you live in Prague still?
I do. Praga Północ. So lots of
Prague.
interesting characters.
Very interesting. If you don't know Warsaw topography, then the east bank of Warsaw is certainly an interesting and colourful place. I think that could be a British way of describing the Praga district. It's known as maybe a little bit more rundown, actually with more old school architecture because it wasn't as destroyed during the Warsaw Uprising as the western side of the city. Now, Monica, I have this feeling that, however, Poles in general, pretty close. They don't really talk to strangers very much. Is that right?
It is absolutely right. And I just came back from Switzerland and it was such a culture shock because people kept saying hello to us and they speak German to us thinking that we're locals and strike up conversations just randomly. And I was so caught off guard because in Poland that never happens.
Yeah, and you get used to it, and then your immediate reaction is, "What the hell does this person want from me?"
Yes. And I had to like relearn that, I guess, like unlearn that.
I had the same thing in Oklahoma a few years ago. This guy was like, "Hello" to you on the street. I go, "Whoa, what the heck are you trying to sell me something, or what do you want?" So
No, thank you.
I think we can agree, therefore, anecdotally, that this is a kind of like a bit of a Polish position. You don't really talk to strangers all that much. You certainly don't engage
No.
in wacky conversations. Well, Paweł Łaziński, living on ulica Walecznych in Praga, has broken that stereotype about Poland. He's filmed a film in 2020, which has just been released and is doing the rounds on the circuits, called Strangers from the Balcony. Now, Monica and I have watched the intro, the little teaser to this film, and I think now would be a good moment to just allow editor Philip to bring it in. So, editor Philip, work your magic.
A o życiu rozmawiam tutaj z ludźmi.
Oj, to pan źle trafił,
Dlaczego źle?
bo moje życie jest do niczego na tą chwilę.
Przed chwilą mieliśmy rozpacz, musiałam go karmić na murku piersią, ale zasnął. Jest to nowość dla mnie, bo mam go od 3 tygodni.
Kto tam czeka na panią?
Kochaś!
Ja nakryłam mojego męża na zdradzie, ale masz materiał.
So that was a little part of the teaser to the film by Paweł Łaziński of Strangers from the Balcony. Monica, what was your reaction to that?
I'm definitely interested in seeing this film. I'm really curious to hear about the histories of these people. And these are just tidbits of their, I guess, experiences. And you can see how different each one of them is, completely different, phases of life and struggles that they're going through. And they just opened up so just easily, I guess, to this stranger on a balcony.
Not what I would expect from Polish people, as we were describing at the start. There are a few that stuck out. One, the lady who just turns around and goes, "Why do you want to talk to me about my life? My life is a mess right now." And whoa, that just hit me like a brick.
Yeah.
How many people you walk past on a daily basis who could probably say that, Then the other one with the couple, and the lady goes, "Oh, I caught my husband cheating on me." And then the other guy, I thought it was the husband, goes, "Oh, what a great story." They're both giggling their heads off at the one that was hit me though was the old lady, and he says to her, "Oh, who are you looking out for?" And she goes, "My lover," and it's just this witty, spontaneous, really uncharacteristic for the Polish grandmother style character. So I gotta say, this film, I can't wait to watch this film. I'm going to specially go out and find out. Apparently it's going to be in cinemas running across, I think, nine cities. And hopefully we'll reach an online streaming platform for you viewers out there around the world of What's Up Poland. It just goes to show, Monica, that there's always a story behind the story.
And where was this filmed, Patty?
Which
Balcony?
It's on ulica Walecznych. So that's in Praga. It's just off Francuska Street. There's quite a long street, basically. Close
Okay,
to the
well, if
stadium.
you know Francuska, that's a great place to people watch. I think it's honestly the best place.
I tend not to cross the river very often because I'm a West Bank type Varsavian. So, there's a bit of a divide. I rarely crossed the river for the first 10 years I was in Poland and still very rarely do. But it's true. There's lots of colorful characters. You can see it in the film, and it looks like for people who are interested in Poland, quite a good way to understand the different cross sections of Polish society. Because if you don't happen to speak Polish, you probably wouldn't meet, you certainly wouldn't talk to exactly the kind of people that are in the film.
Definitely. No, I'm putting it on my to watch list.
So it's won awards already, and hopefully that won't be the end. And maybe, Monica, since you live relatively close by, you could go there, and if he's making a sequel, you might make it in the film as well. To understand,
I would love to.
Yeah, I want to go as well. And someone was writing in the comments underneath the film that, now I know who the guy with the camera on the balcony was. There's something about the angle as well, because he's at this weird kind of voyeuristic angle where you can look down at people. And props to all the Poles that appear in the film that don't say buzz off, because that's what I would expect them to say. So you can see this film and subscribe to What's Up Poland wherever you are, because we've got a whole bunch of other interesting stories about Polish culture, Polish history, everything that's going on right now in Poland. COVID, of course, its long shadow, and many other subjects as well, with me, Patrick Ney, and my co-host today, Monica Zielinski.